You're with Ricky Lambert on the Flow Morning Show, and here it is, your farmgate data. We'll rattle through what's going on in livestock right now with thanks to our friends at Meat and Livestock Australia. But you can also see a lot more commodity data from your grains and oilseeds, for instance, at flownews24.com.au, and some concerning reports you were hearing on the rural news about the falling rates of meat consumption in Australia, concerning if you're a livestock producer, particularly in the beef area. We're down to the lowest levels of domestic consumption of beef since the 1990s, and it's been flagged that concerns over the environment are one of the factors driving people to eat less meat. Clearly, that's not having a big impact on cattle prices. They're much higher this year than they were the previous year, so thank you to the export markets that are helping keep things going well for our cattle producers. Rattling through the sale yards for cattle and sheep, and across the nation, Vila steers are performing the strongest compared to last week, up slightly to 520.3 cents, while heavy steers have fallen the heaviest, albeit only 8.6 cents to 382.4 cents. In Victoria, processor yearling steers at 469 cents, up 22 cents, and medium cows at 312 cents. They're now marginally standing ahead of the national pricing pack for you in Victoria, while all the other prices are generally in the mid to low range. Wednesday's sales at Warrnambool bounced back on last week, up 263 head to 773 traded, with very good quality compared with the mainly plain offering the week before. In South Australia, the best medium steer prices in the nation are there, jumping a whopping 43 cents to 430 cents, now even ahead of Western Australia, riding the national spike on Vila steer prices. At the Mount Gambier sale yards, the yarding shed the previous fortnight's steady gains, down 59 head to 551, but quality lifted this week, with a much improved offering of grown steers and bullocks. Naracoorte yardings also picked up a big 323 head to 934, selling to a competitive field of the usual buyers. In New South Wales, heavy steers are your biggest price mover, up 20 cents to 397 cents, giving you the best price billing in the nation this week. New South Wales also had the best price for restocker yearling steers, 574 cents, even though they fell 10 cents this week. And Southern New South Wales is leading the charge at 585 cents for restocker yearling steers. The other districts are well below 490 cents. The Wagga Wagga sale yards are performing particularly well, moving up the rankings this week in terms of their national contribution to the Eastern Young Cattle Indicator, at the second largest volume traded in the nation, and their EYCY rating now sits at a high of 953.81. Moving across to sheep, and there was over 68,000 heavy lambs traded nationwide, but nonetheless their price rose 15 cents to 785 cents, while restocker lambs were the only category to fall this week, down 12 cents to 852 cents. There's some comprehensive data out of Victoria thanks to Meat and Livestock Australia. You can see at flownews24.com.au. From the Bendigo, Ballarat and Horsham sale yards, we can also report that the Swan Hill sale yard traded 5,700 head, up 300 this week, with mixed quality. Victoria does have the best merino prices on offer, up a further 14 cents this week to 788 cents, and Victorian mutton is just slightly giving you the best price in the nation at 669 cents. But Victorian restocker lamb prices are the worst in the eastern seaboard, down 33 cents to 855 cents. The western Victorian prices for sheep all continue to be stronger than their central western counterparts, and no data reported from the Gippsland region. South Australia's trade lamb prices at 746 cents and merino lambs at 718 are amongst the lowest prices nationwide at the moment. Restocker lamb prices plunged a heavy 130 cents, even though they took top ranking last week. They're now at 863 cents, the second worst in the nation. In the sale yards, the Naracoorte yardings fell, as did the trade at the Dublin SA Livestock Exchange. They were down 4,500 head at Dublin and down 3,700 head at Naracoorte. And finally, in New South Wales, when it comes to sheep, your restocker lamb prices are the best in the Australian mainland, even though they fell 10 cents this week, with the Tasmanians just slightly ahead. Southern New South Wales is boasting the best restocker lamb prices at 920 cents, light lamb prices at 834 cents, merino lamb prices at 754 cents, and mutton 671 cents. Those prices compared to other regions of New South Wales. There was a stampede back to the Wagga Wagga sale yards this week, jumping 9,500 head to 45,000, whilst at Corowa, the yardings fell 1,000 to 12,910, and even though the quality was plainer, the market remained firm, reportedly $10 better in some places. That's the comprehensive livestock data for you. Plenty more for you at flownews24.com.au in the agriculture tab every week on a Friday.